Hey, it's Lori Calcaterra. Thanks for tuning in to another Comic Chat Authority interview. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy!
So how's it going, my comic gentlemen? We're here today with Nandor Fox Shaffer, the award-winning writer for Seasons, Lifeline, Manchild, and now on Kickstarter. What is the name again?
The Fabled Offering, and it's actually on Indiegogo right now.
Indiegogo, sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
So how you been since the last time we talked?
Oh man, I've been really busy, and before we started recording, I know it's been a couple of years since we talked, and so we were catching up and stuff. And yeah, I think the last time we talked was when I was launching Manchild issue 1 on Kickstarter, and since then I've put out issue 2 of Manchild, and also the Fabled Offering. I did do a Kickstarter for the Fabled Offering last year. And this Indiegogo campaign that I'm running now is a second chance campaign for people to get in on it before fulfillment starts. Because just today, actually, Marco, the artist for the book, sent me an email, and he finished all the art's done. He finished the art for the entire book. So it's all done, which is like the best. I mean, that's the most exciting. It's one of the most exciting days about making comics, when you're like, wow, like the issue is completed and the story is completed. So we're just going to be sending it to our letterer soon, and then, getting it off to print. But man, I can't wait to get this book in people's hands. It's been a long journey. I think I reached out to Marco last May or June, so it's almost been a year since we started working together on it.
Nice. What is the book about?
So the Fabled Offering is a 44-page sci-fi fantasy one-shot about a grand princess. Her name's Aurelia, and she is on a quest to save herself. She is trying to meet with an ancient deity called Sizen. And Sizen is this ancient being who kind of his role, his function in this world or this universe is kind of a manipulator of time, and you bring an offering to this being to negotiate a request that you have of them. And so it's for fans of Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Dune, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Wars. There's definitely some Star Wars influence in there, but it's really my take and my spin on a character-driven story about a pregnant woman. Aurelia is also pregnant, and she's a princess, and she's on this quest to, save herself from her own past trauma, and trying to make impossible choices in the face of fate and destiny, and kind of the hand that you've been dealt, and what do you do with that? And so there's a lot going on. It's a mature story. I mean, it plays with a lot of mature themes, and it has a lot of deep core emotional baggage that Aurelia has and has to face. So if anyone's read any of my books, they kind of know that I like to go deep with my characters, that I like to really get in their heads, and that I really like to kind of push them into uncomfortable but just very challenging places. And so Aurelia gets to go through the Nandor ringer in that sense, but hopefully come out stronger, but also resonate with readers and become a character that a lot of people can hopefully see themselves in at the end of the day. So I'm really excited about it. It's honestly, I mean, you're always the most proud of your latest story, but this one in particular, and if anyone looks at the art, if anyone looks at what Marco's doing with the book, it's just one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting thing that I've worked on.
Yeah. I'm looking at the art now, and I like what you did.
Isn't it trippy? Yeah, it's just like really, really crazy. I mean, it has that alien, otherworldly aesthetic and visual to it, and something that that's something that Marco brought to the table. I mean, in my own head, I had an idea of like how everything should look, and like it was a lot more grounded. But Marco was basically like, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is like something that kind of harkens back to like the 70s, 80s, like heavy metal magazine, older sci-fi retro kind of feel and style. And I think it really, really lends itself to create like this, I don't know, this like I said, this otherworldly alien vibe to it that, I mean, show me the last time a comic looked like this, like it's
Yeah.
it's pretty trippy. So
And the blend of colors and just it's like
yeah. Yeah.
the Dark Crystal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That Jim Henson never ending story,
Yeah.
it kind of has some of that to it.
I like it. This is kick ass. You're on your way, Nandor.
Thank you.
You
And I want to let everyone know it's 44 pages and it's a one shot, and so you get a complete story. This is definitely something that we hope to expand, and we hope to continue this world and continue these characters in some fashion. But I do want people to know that you're not going to read this and kind of I mean, I want you to want more, but you're not going to like be left hanging to where you don't get a complete arc for the character. So I just want people to know that you get a complete story here.
And I like the magic card add on. It's original. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of our stretch goals, and I'm really hoping we can hit it. We just need to. I think we need to raise about $450 more, and then we can unlock that stretch goal for every backer. If we hit it, yeah, every backer will get that card. So I'm really hoping that we can unlock that. And just today. Also, the other exciting thing, not only was the art done, but we did hit our goal on Indiegogo. So from here on out, it's like sky's the limit, and we still have 21 days left.
Nice. And the temporary tattoos?
Yes, yeah. So in the story, Aurelia has this mark on both of her hands, and it's called the Mark of Saizen, which is the deity that she's trying to negotiate with and meet. And it's like this kind of star tattoo or thing on her hand that has these symbols on it. And I thought it would be really cool if we could actually like make those, and send those to people. So that's another stretch goal. And then I also am really excited about the black and white director's cut stretch goal, where if we unlock that, every backer will get a black and white edition of the book, like all of the artwork, but inks. And if you look at, I've posted some of Marco's inks on my social media, and I mean, it looks amazing in color. Like, I mean, that's the way it should be. But if you look at his ink work, it's like so good. Like I would read a book just with that, without color. So
Yeah, I was looking at that too. Is this the first time you worked with him?
It is. And like, man, we've really hit a stride together. I mean, out of all the collaborators that I've had, he's been the most like passionate and excited about making the book. And I mean, we constantly talk with each other every day, especially when we were finishing up, the book. But like, we're always talking with each other, and we're always trying to work together. And he's like, "Do you have any more stories that you're working on? Like, I really like working with you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a couple." So I don't, it definitely will not be the last time that we work together.
Right. Where are we at with seasons? Are you going to do like winter and fall now?
Yes. So I'm so glad you asked that, because Anthony, the artist for Seasons, he just started the artwork for Volume 3 for fall. So we are in the process of getting that book done. I'm planning. It's going to be the largest volume out of them all. It's going to be like over 140 pages. So it's a big book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it up into two parts, part 1 and part 2. And that way that'll help me with costs, but also I'm hoping that that'll give Anthony enough time to, finish everything. And that way I'm not like burdening him with a 140-page book to try to get done. So I'm really excited. I'm also going to be releasing a second printing of Volume 1 in a trade paperback format because I've sold out of all my hardcovers. I don't have Volume 1 anymore, so I need to do a second printing of that. And I'm going to have some exclusive new covers for that, and I hope to launch that soon this year. So I have Seasons Volume 1, the trade paperback, coming up. I also have Seasons Volume 3, Part 1, or Fall Part 1. And then Man-Child Issue 3 is the next book on my list as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm busy. I got a lot. I got a lot on my plate. This year's probably going to be the busiest year that I've had in terms of juggling like multiple projects and fulfilling Fabled Offering at the same time. I also I'm going to have a short story, hopefully 2 short stories published this year that I was hired for, that I've written, and that should be hopefully out this year sometime. So I haven't announced what those are yet, but I have written them, and they've been approved by the editors and the people that hired me. So I'm really excited to get those out too.
Are you allowed to say the company or the publisher?
Well, Orange Cone Productions very well, right? Yeah. So I got that, and then Global Frequency Studios. So yeah, you should see those books hopefully this year.
Sweet. Did you make it into comic shops yet?
I haven't gotten into Diamond or any like worldwide distribution or anything like that. I still contact comic book stores, and some of my books are in more of my local area in Missouri here. I haven't like gone to other states and gotten my books into there, but right now I've kind of kept everything into shops and into bookstores in a few cities in Missouri here.
Okay. What about comic conventions? Where can people find you this year?
Yeah, so I'm actually hoping I'm like 90% sure I'll be there, but I'm waiting on a couple of things to kind of work out with my day job and whatnot. But I should be at C2E2 in a couple of weeks, from the 26th through the 28th. I'm really excited to be there. I won't have a table, but I will be attending, and so I'm looking forward to meeting other creators and talking with people. I'll definitely bring my books in case someone wants to buy a book, but I've never been to that convention before, so I kind of wanted to just put out and see if it would be for me. But I'm excited for that, and then if at all possible, I would really like to make. I'll definitely do some smaller signings and smaller shows when the Fabled Offering comes out. But if I can, I'd really like to make either like Heroes or Baltimore. I'm thinking about those. I've heard good things about both of those, so I'm going to try to see if I can do those.
Yeah, I missed MegaCon and like all the people, Jeff Johns and everybody was there from Ghost Machine.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. And then I saw didn't WonderCon just happen too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to those.
Me neither, and I missed them. I think they're like, what is it? MegaCon is like 2 hours from me. So.
Oh no, it's so close. Yeah.
I might have to do it next year.
Yeah. You'll have to reward your future self.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, how long is it going to take you to fulfill it? Is all the books going to be ready and sent out this year?
So for the Fabled Offering, definitely that's going to be fulfilled, hopefully in June. That's our fulfillment date. So just in a couple months. With Volume 1 of Seasons, that should definitely be fulfilled this year, the trade paperback. And then I'm thinking Volume 3 and Issue 3 of Man-Child will most likely be fulfilled early next year. It just depends on when I get the Kickstarter campaigns launched. And so I've been focused on Fabled Offering. Once I get that kind of fulfilled and out of the way, I can focus on my other projects, and that'll help me. That way I don't get too scatterbrained, because that can definitely happen when you're trying to juggle all that stuff. I'm like, because I used to just really focus on one book. It was either just Seasons, and then Lifeline, and then Manchild, and I kind of got to like focus. But now that I've been trying to have more output, and have people not forget me. I'm trying to make sure that people don't forget me. It's like,
Yep.
just because I only put out, one book a year or two books a year, I hope that the quality of what I have to offer, still stands, and people will, find even more reasons to support what I'm doing.
Where can people find you? What social medias are you on?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Nandor Fox Shaffer. I'm also on what I like to call X Twitter, and that's at Nandor Fox. And then I just recently got a Blue Sky account at Nandor Fox. And then I would ask that people please subscribe to both my YouTube channel, Foxhole Comics, and then also my newsletter, foxholecomics.substack.com. I update the YouTube channel semi-regularly. I definitely update my newsletter more so. But yeah, if you want to keep up with everything that I have, I usually post the first teasers of things that I'm working on in my newsletter. And if you have any questions or need to contact me, that's a great way to do that.
Okay. So, dead or alive, who would you like to make a comic book with? Your dream team.
Oh man, my dream team.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I was going to co-write something with like a writer, I would love to co-write something with Jonathan Hickman. That would be my goal. Like, that would be so cool if I could play in one of his sandboxes, or vice versa. And then if I were to work with an artist, I will say, and I can't announce who it was yet, but I was able to work with one of my like basically my dream artist this year on a cover for Manchild. And so I won't say who it is yet, but please be on the lookout for that. But if it wasn't him, I would probably want to work with, oh man. Well, I'd love to work with Scott McCloud, and I know he mostly does, writer artist stuff. So I don't know if he'd ever, draw anything for me. But working with him, either writing or drawing, just doing something with his artwork would be amazing, because he's been such a huge influence on me, and a lot of his books have really, understanding comics, making comics, reinventing comics. Also, The Sculptor and Zot, and he did some Superman adventures and Superman books that he did, and so he's really up there for me.
Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Well, I guess, please consider supporting the Fabled offering. It's live for another 21 days on Indiegogo, and the book is going to be made. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about if it's going to be fulfilled. The Kickstarter was successful. We raised over $5,100 for that, and we've raised almost $600 for the Indiegogo right now. So the book will be made, and you will get a quality book. I mean, where can you find a 44-page book in the crowdfunding market for $14? Like, that is a really good deal. And you can also get the PDF for $6, So, I mean, if you're international, or if you prefer digital comics, I don't know what to say, except you should get it, because it's a really great value. And I mean, just look at what Marco's doing. Just look at the art, and look at how beautiful it is, and how stunning and unique it is. And I guarantee you'll get something out of it.
All right. Thank you for taking the time to come talk with me.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to do it again.
Yeah, we got to get you back sooner than 2 years.
Yeah. Yes. Let's plan on that for sure.
What? You mean you haven't subscribed to Comicchatauthority? Oh, come on. Subscribe already. What are you waiting for? It's no big deal. Like, man, don't forget to tell him to hit that like button.
Yeah, that too. Just subscribe.